Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you today. We're going to do a port visit. Where are we going today? We're going to Aruba. Aruba! Beautiful island, which you'll typically do, well you'll only really do, on the Southern Caribbean tours. And they'll typically be 8 days rather than the 6 or 8 or 6 or 7s you may be used to. Because it's a bit further to go to get there. So you may have heard of the term the ABC cruises, which is Aruba, Bonaire and Curacao. Most of the time you do 2 of the 3, then maybe a stop in Dominican Republic or Grand Turk or something like that on the way back. But if you look hard enough, you'll see some that are pure ABC cruises. We are doing one on the horizon next year, I know that. So you'll leave, you'll do a couple of sea days there, a couple of sea days back, and have 3 port days. Perfect for me. Anyways, digressing, we went to Aruba a couple of times in the last year or so, or last 6 months, and I took a video the first time. We walked around the town, so I got some video of the port area. And then the second time, a group of us went on a tour around the island. We rented a private bus and through Chogogo tours, which was wonderful. I recommend Chogogo tours. They're great. And I'll show you some pictures and stuff of that. So here we have a look at the port of Aruba with a walk around the town and then a drive around the island. Check it out. All right, let's look at Aruba. This is where you will get off the ship into the actual port itself. So like I said, I'm going to walk you around the port and then I'm going to show you some sights around the island. So as you can see, we're going to get off into this little shopping area. You can walk around and do all your touristy stuff. There's even, like, if it's still there, a Sbarro and stuff in the middle, which is kind of interesting why anybody would, but anyway, it's there. So yeah, you have these shops when you're walking around the inside to get out of the terminal, and this is where you will go to get out of the terminal. Very quick walk. You're going to come out here into the main area. A lot of your tour buses and stuff will be met here. You can see some of the buses over there to the left. Another smaller cruise ship that's in. But this is the way you're going to walk out of the port. They have all these cool little huts where they're selling souvenirs and trinkets and what have you on the right. We actually rented a bus through a place called Chogogo Tours, which was really cool one time when we came in here. Nice little picture opportunity right before you leave the port, if you would like to get that one. And you'll see that on the way out on the right-hand side. And then you're just going to keep walking up here. There's the ship. We're on the Magic on this particular tour. That's what you can see. And then you're going to come out here to the actual exit from the port itself. Right here. And then the main town is going to be off to the right-hand side. When we come forward from here, go through this street. I'm just cutting ahead a little bit so it's not too long. But you're going to walk up here. When you get to the end of these few shops, you're going to go right to the port. But also, if you hang a little bit to the left, there's a really cool I Love Aruba sign we're going to show you. So you come to the end of these shops, take a right to go into the port, take a left, you'll see this sign if you want to get that picture, and then just come back. It's like a 2-minute walk to the left. You can see the ships in the background there. But now we've come back to the end of those shops. I just wanted to show you that quick diversion. So we're going to come to the right here and walk down the main port area. And there's loads of shops. There's an indoor shopping arcade in there where the orange part is. And there are some shops on the right-hand side as you come down. Bear one thing in mind. A lot of these shops are not open late. They close at normal times. And ship is often in port from 1 to like 11. And you will find after like 6 o'clock or so, a lot of these shops will close. So if you are looking at doing that, I would do it early. See a lot of those like Blue Horse things around the town. If you go behind these shops on the left, there's more nice shopping areas. But this is the kind of main touristy area. As you're walking further down, you're going to start seeing some hotels. And one thing you will notice, there are quite a few casinos here that you can go into. But the further you walk away, the better the shops and restaurants typically are. A lot of these are going to be tourist trap type places. There's some cool little areas if you just keep walking about 4 or 5 more minutes, which we'll show you in a second. But basically we're just going to keep walking down here. This particular day, we were in from 1 till 11. We came back again for the next part of the video I'm going to show you. We were in from 10 until 10. It was much better coming in early in the morning. You'll see there's a British ship, a P&O ship, I think it was, on the right there. And we're still walking past all these tourist shops on the right. They are everywhere. Loads and loads of shops to get souvenirs in. But a little bit further down, we're going to start seeing some bars and stuff to hang out and have some drinks and get some food and what have you. So we're going to keep walking down here. A little bit further up right now. And now we're going to start looking at some of the casino areas, some of the shops and what have you. You may have seen an island here where they have flamingos, an exclusive resort you can get to. And I'm actually going to show you a video clip of it in a while. But on the right-hand side here, there's your first of the bars. It's kind of like they have a DJ in there, music and everything. But the Renaissance place, you have to be staying there to get the boat. This is it. And the boat actually comes in, and it would take you to their private little island. It comes in through that area there. But you have to be a guest at the hotel to get first choice. But if you go on their website, if you're interested in going to their little island that I'll show you in a little while, you can go on their website close to the cruise and see. And there it is. That's where you will go. A little exclusive island where they have flamingos that literally walk up to you on the beach with a lot of little cabanas. We took a boat tour on a future cruise, and I was able to get some video of it to show you. So that's where they will take you. But you can go on their website closer to the cruise, and you can see if there's any availability that wasn't taken up by the hotel guests. So we just walked down a little bit further, and on the left there you saw a nice little shopping area with a lot of restaurants, some good photo opportunities of flamingos and stuff there. And inside this particular part here, there's lots of restaurants. So if you are looking to get something to eat, this would be the place to come. A lot of the crew members come here. But if you go a little bit further past, we have this place we love to go to. It's called the West Deck. So you just keep walking past that, and there is the West Deck. So it's about another 4 or 5 minutes past there, but we really enjoy that place. All right, let's take a tour around the island now, shall we? First, here's a quick map of the island. We are in Oranjestad, where the ship docks. So the tour I'm going to take you, we went up to Eagle Beach, then to Palm Beach. We went up to the Lighthouse, and we came back down. We went to that natural bridge, a couple of other places on the way that I'll show you. We ended up going all the way down to Baby Beach and back around. So that just gives you an idea of the size of the actual island itself. And then I'm going to show you an actual look at the island again, slightly different. This shows some of the touristy sites on it. So some of the more common places you'll probably go and see. You'll see the Lighthouse at the top there, the natural bridge, but also the Air Rock Formation. I'll show you some video on that. And then we went to a really nice restaurant down in Baby Beach at the very end. But that just gives you a rough idea of some of the sites on the island that you can go look at. And if you do any given tour, this is probably where they will take you. You can do self-drive tours, you can do all sorts of tours. But we chose to do a group with Chagogo Tours, was who we used in Aruba. All right, so let's take you on this tour around Aruba. We turn left out the port, as you saw on that map. This will be Eagle Beach. Coming up there, beautiful sandy beach. Nice little shaded umbrella areas. Not sure if you have to pay. Didn't go to the beach. Don't really go. Another I Love Aruba sign there. And some of the buildings around. It's a much more modern looking island than a lot of the ones you may have seen. Really nice hotels, nice buildings. A lot of casinos. This is a bit further up at Palm Beach, where they had a lot of the kite surfing going on. You do typically get a lot more of this on Bonaire, but there was definitely some in Aruba, at least more in Bonaire in my experience. But there's definitely some here that you could go and try if you wanted, I guess. So you wouldn't get me out there. Good luck with that. And there's some more of these idiots in the air. I say idiots with love, because I wouldn't do it. That's the respectful idiots in the air, because I don't know how they do it. It's crazy. This is the top of the island. We went to the Lighthouse. You can pay a small fee and climb up to the top. When I say climb, I mean climb, because there's stairs, but boy, are they narrow, as you can see. Good luck if somebody's coming down the other way. There was Chuck going up. Took a picture of him. You can see how narrow it is. Imagine if someone's coming down. What goes up must come down. And there's a view from the top. Yes, I squeezed through the mesh. Deceptive. It's not open. If you fell from there, well, so it's nice and safe up there with this, but you can get some good pictures if you hold your camera through the mesh. Nice, beautiful view of the entire island if you walked around the entire turret. This was the oldest house on the island, we were told, on the tour. So they stopped by to show us that. Typical of the houses we saw, some nice areas. Now this is where we went to IO rock formations. There's plenty of little walking areas you can go. You're looking down on the main area. We're up above right now. But to get up here and get that view, you can go on a nice little walk. There's an easy way and a hard way. We were told by our tour guide to toss a coin because he knew he could mess with us, and we went the hard way. So there is an easier way than this to get up there. But this is all leading you up to the view I was showing you just now. There's my friend Tim, chug ahead of him, and BK just went off to the left. So we had to basically find our own way up through some nooks and crannies, as we say. Yes, exactly. So make sure you do the easy way if this doesn't appeal to you. But once you get to the top, it's worth it for the view. Again, you can see the whole island. So we're just making our way up to the top here. You'll notice there was a few of us went this way and a few went the easy way, and they joined us at the top and made their way down. You'll see the easy way in a second. But this was the quote-unquote harder way to get up. But once you get up to the top, the reward is there for you. Again, this is at the IO rock formation. And that's how you come down, or you could go up. So a lot easier than the other way. So that's the rest of our group that met us up there, and that's all of us coming down. Now on the opposite side of the same area, you've got this little walk through these little cactus area you can go. Just be very careful with your feet because they are sharp needles on these things. But you can go for a little walk and explore around here. Nothing spectacular to see, just more a case of walking around it and enjoying the scenery you probably won't see again. Cactuses, or cacti, as they say, everywhere in Aruba. Cacti fences, cacti everything. Now, if you see this gentleman, he claims he makes the best fruit juice drinks in Aruba. And that's another picture looking down from up above on the rock, the tour buses. That I mentioned about the cacti fences. A lot of people have these. You ain't getting in there, not without damage, because they are sharp needles all over those. But you'll see those a lot around the island. This is the old gold mill ruins. You can come in here and get some nice pictures. It's right on the beach. So you can pop in here. Some nice photo ops. Most tours will take you here. And that's what it looks like inside. So as you can see, you can sit in one of those little windows and get your picture. Now we're going to head down to the Natural Bridge, one of the other well-known tourist areas in Aruba. People just leaving, and we are just coming in. As you can see, the seas are quite choppy. So I wouldn't recommend going in there. But then this is the entrance into the Natural Bridge area. There's a little tourist shop on the left. There's restrooms in there. And you'll see some buses already there. You know, you're not going to see too much here. That's what you see, the bridge. And you can walk down to the other parts of it. But nothing spectacular other than this. So you won't spend much time here. There's a picture of Julie and I on the bridge. Taken by Tim. And there's Tim going way further than he should. There's a big sign I just went by saying, do not go past this point. But he's a photographer, so he's got to get his pictures. So he went all the way down there and got some pretty spectacular pictures of the water, as you can see. But be careful you don't go too close to the water. Otherwise, bad things will happen. Case in point. The calm before the soaking. That's Ghana. And you'll see a lot of these little rock formations where they'll pile rock something's on top of there. You know, they'll see them everywhere. Now we went down to Baby Beach. This is on the very south of the island. And we went to Big Mama's Grill for lunch. It's a really nice little place. The beach is beautiful, huge, wasn't overly busy. I don't think a lot of people know about this place. They'll typically head to Eagle Beach because that's what they'll have heard about. But this one's really nice, open, sandy, plenty of room and space. And the restaurant is right there for you if you need it. I wouldn't say it was cheap. It certainly wasn't. But, you know, tourism. Yeah, this is Baby Beach right on the south part of the island. So that ended our land tour, and then after this we actually rented a boat because we were in for a long time and we have the power of a lot of people, and we rented a boat and went on a boat tour for about 4 hours, I think it was. And this is us leaving the port on the boat. So there's an idea of the dock area. So the bus drops us off here from the day tour, and we carried on this till the end of the night. And a good time was had by all. I'll show you some little clips of what we passed and saw on the way. I will say the snorkeling wasn't exactly great, and they did say that it normally is, but this was just a bad day for the snorkeling, so we didn't see much. Or when I say we, I mean everybody else, because I don't get in the water. If you've heard of De Palm Beach, that's the area there. They do a little resort island area where you can get cabanas and day passes and stuff. You can do that through Carnival if you want to. But that's De Palm Beach. We went past that on the way there. Just make sure you're arriving in the morning, not in the afternoon, because they're an hour ahead. So if you get there in the afternoon, you're not going to get to that place like 3, and it's going to get dark soon, so you wouldn't get your value. And once again, that's the area from the Renaissance Hotel I was telling you about. Is their private flamingo beach where flamingos will literally walk up to you. There were some on the beach. The good thing about, or the bad thing about my GoPro, you can't zoom. But it's held for the residents of the hotel, but if you contact them, there might be some spaces. You might even be lucky and almost get hit by a plane like this. I felt like I was in St. Martin for a moment. And we went past the ship. If you notice back at the Renaissance video, look ahead, you'll have seen the ships. That's how close we were to the ships. But yeah, we went past the ship, and a couple of little pictures at the end of our day. That's us on the boat, a nice sized boat we had, good times. And that's the horizon at night. Nice little beautiful ship. That's a picture of the bus we had for the day tour and Chicago tours. And that's us on the boat one more time. And I'll leave you with a sunset shot off the boat in Aruba. And with that, I will conclude my little land and sea tour of the beautiful island of Aruba. All right, there you go, Aruba. I've got another one coming up fairly soon on Bonaire. I haven't got any video of Curacao yet. I've only been there one time. And we are going back there again next year, so I'll make sure I get that. But it won't be for a while. But Bonaire is coming up, where we did a similar thing. So I got some good video of the island there for you. So I recommend these. They're some of my favorite cruises because I like sea days. And these are islands that the ships don't always go to. You typically are going to be in either Aruba or Bonaire for a good amount of time. I would recommend, if you are going to Aruba, to try and get a cruise that gets in the morning. We did 2 different ones. We did one on the Magic, where we didn't get until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they are an hour ahead. So in effect, that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Aruba time. So if you want to go to the beach or anything like that, you really don't have much time by the time you get off the ship to get to the port, where the beaches and everything are. So we'd actually booked into a place called De Palm Beach, which I just showed you in there, and they cancelled it because we wouldn't have enough time. When we went back on the horizon, we got in at 10 in the morning. So that was perfect. So we had plenty of time on the horizon. We could have gone to the beach and stuff like that. So one thing to look at, if you're doing the true ABC, the Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, you'll probably do 2 of them for a good length of time in port. But if it's just 2 of the 3 and then a stop in like Dominican Republic on the way home, typically one of them will be for a long port stop, like 10, 11, 12 hours. And one of them will be a bit shorter. So, it's always worth, if you have flexibility in the time, in my opinion, to look and check the port times before you just say, oh, Aruba, that's great, and go ahead and book it. Try and get one that's there early in the morning to give you more time if you're looking for the beach. All right, good enough. With that, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of Aruba, and you will go visit it soon. Subscribe is another thing I hope you will do if you haven't already done so. Hit that little bell and you'll get notifications when all these videos come out. I try and do 3 videos per week. I have a weekly tips video on Monday. You can send me your tips and your cruising traditions and I will read them out live online. That's right, live, because I don't read them in advance. I record them live, I put them out live, and I don't make edits. So what you give is what you get, and what you get is what you give. I also send out, every Thursday, I try and put out a video of a cabin on various ships. And then Saturdays will be videos such as this one, which is a general thing about cruising. Typically with the Carnival cruise lines that we all love. Hopefully we all love anyways. Unless you're on some of them really negative Facebook pages where all they like to do is complain by the feel of it. But anyways, waffling. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says that. I'm done. Subscribe, blah, do all that stuff. Have any questions? My email is coming up at the end of this video. And I have a Facebook page if you'd like to join that too. Just look for Mick and Julie's Cruising Tips. And we hopefully will see you there. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.